Hi guys, my name is Ivo from mytestedasp.net. In this video I'm going to show you how to work with events and how simple they actually are. In order for you to work with C# events, you will need to know and understand delegates, and if you're not familiar with delegates, I suggest you watch my previous two videos. They explain the basic delegates and the built-in func and action delegates in detail. Okay, let's start. Essentially, the events allow you to subscribe for changes and receive a notification when that change happens. That's essentially what they are used for. So, in order for my demo to work, I will create a new class. That will be a class cat. The cat will have a name and will have an ID. Imagine that we want to know every time when the cat name is changed, or for example health. Let's make the health change. We are building a game in which we have a lot of cats, the cats are fighting or whatever, and we want to be notified every time when the cat health is changed. So, for example, if the health reaches 0, we need to redraw the game board and remove that particular cat. For example, it's an imaginary situation, but you got the idea. I need to receive a notification every time the health of the cat changes. That's the idea here. So one way to do that is to check every time the health is changed. So in every single place where the health may change, and that's for example poison potions, for example fights, for example health potions and so on, that will be a lot of places in my code where the health would change. So to make it easier, I can use C# events. The C# event is essentially writing down a property of type event, which has an event handler, and that's in the system namespace, and the event handler has data. Now, I know that's a lot of information, but bear with me. So, when we subscribe to an event, we want to receive data for that subscription. For example, when I want to receive a notification for the health changing, I want to receive the actual health. So, or I want to receive the cat which health is changed. So usually the events send data with their notifications. So in this case I want to notify everyone who is subscribed that the health is changed, that the cat ID is that the cat is the current cat which health has changed, and the new health value. That's the whole idea. So I will write it like this. I will say I will send the new health to everyone who subscribes, and I will say on health changed. That's, for example, it's not get, it's just like this. So how to create an event? I need to create a public. It may be internal, it may be private, depending on the usage, but for my example it's public. Public event which has an event handler and the type of data I'm going to send. On health changed is just a normal name for events. The convention says that each event has to start with on, so it's fine. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to introduce a private int health property because I need to add additional functionality in the health property. So I will say that the getter goes to the field health and the setter will validate. We'll have a logic for validation, for example, and so on. But then when I change the health, I will say that this on health changed one will be invoked with the new data, with the new changed health. In order to reduce no exceptions, I can use the question dot operator to help me skip the following check. Because if nobody is subscribed to this event, I will have a no event. So I want to be sure that people will be subscribed to my event and then to use it. So what I want to do is I want to say if it's not no, invoke the event and send the information. The information is essentially who sends the event, and I'm going to say this cat sends the event, and the new health which is changed. So this event allows me to notify all subscribers by calling this code, and all subscribers will be notified which cat health has changed and what's the new health value. And from now on I can subscribe very easily. Don't name your cats mytestttsp.net, boys. It won't remember the name. Okay, I have a cat and it's a normal cat. I can change the health whatever I like, whenever I like. It's absolutely fine. But I may want to subscribe and I may want to say, okay, when the health is changed, I would like to call the following method. You may create the method inline, doesn't matter. It's actually sender and data, which is essentially health goes to something. That's fine too, but you can extract it to a method. Doesn't matter. Essentially the event is a delegate. That's why I said you need to know what a delegate is, and if you don't know, go back to my previous videos. I will leave a link in the description. Okay, so if we have a subscription here, I can say that var cat is sender, cast it as cat, because the sender will be the object which notifies me. This is the cat currently, and that's why I'm calling this here. From there I can say okay, cat dot name has new health, and I can print the new health. Then I can subscribe to kill the cat or remove it, with another subscriber. Cat is dead, for example, and I can say var cat equals cat from the sender. This is the health, and it's a good idea to type check this sender whether it's a cat object, but since it's a demo we're not going to do it. If cat health is less than or equal to 0, then I will write is no longer alive. And from now on I will receive a notification every time the cat has new health, and I can subscribe whenever I like. That's essentially the publish subscribe model, and that's essentially what the events are helping with. To show the example again, we create a public event handler with type of the data we want to pass. We create it with on because that's the convention. We call the event subscribers whenever we want to call them. So I want to say that the health has changed. I create that and I call the event when the health has changed. And every time I want to subscribe, I just say on health changed plus equals this method. On health changed plus equals this method. And if I write some code to change the cat health, I will receive a notification for each health change. I will see that my cat slowly dies until the last subscriber, which checks whether the cat is still alive, shows that the cat is no longer alive. And for example, this subscriber may remove the cat graphics from the screen or revive it or whatever the game of cats we're creating is doing. Okay, so pretty much that's it. I want to thank my sponsors. If you are not familiar, I am working as a CTO and a technical trainer teaching modern C# and JavaScript developer technologies, modern C# and JavaScript technologies, and in my free time I'm creating open source libraries for ASP.NET. For example, this library is a Fluent testing framework allowing easy, strongly typed assertion of the ASP.NET Core Web applications. You can test controllers, database, models, services, routes, whatever you like, and it is done in a very easy and fluent manner. I am developing these projects for more than 3 years now, so I decided to start a Patreon and open collective, and some people already supported me. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. If you really like my videos or my content or my tools, I will be very thankful if you decide to become a backer. My current company sponsors are Softuni and Smart IT. Thank you guys for supporting my projects. Really appreciate it. Okay, that was all about the events. The events are just a publish subscribe mechanism, and it's very easy to use them and to implement them, and when you want you can subscribe these events and receive notifications like this. Thank you and bye.